And again, once again, welcome in Wednesday, August 13th, 2025. I'm your host, Gerardo G. Money Pies, and this is our trade lounge session, hosted by myself, Gerardo G. Money Pies. And I think I said that twice. I apologize. And yeah, welcome in, Danimal, welcome in, Andrea Rogers, Chicago's in the house, Desi from Bulgaria, welcome in, Desi, Venegas Constructions. Good day, Joe. What's going on, Joe? Carol, welcome in. Pablo, ¿cómo estamos? Philip, what's going on, Philip? Um, welcome in. Alex G, welcome in. Let's see who else here. Alvaro's iPhone, welcome in. KG, what's going on, man? Um, Mr. Ron, Success Fernandy, welcome in, guys. All right, guys. So again, right, these calls are just our trade lounge speculation before the actual volume kicks in. The volume's always in, right? But I guess the main moves are towards the what do you call the New York Stock Exchange Open, and we'll see where the market hits for us today. I've been making a little bit of updates on the Telegram, Discord, and stuff, so I'm getting myself situated on that. I'm trying to find the easiest flow for me, so I can be most effective and you know um, catch some trades, but also try to provide as much value as possible for us here. But again, the Zoom link is always the same for the trade lounge. The trade lounge will be today, the morning, and then in the evening for a market recap, midweek review. Just a quick announcement, right? For those of y'all who came over to the Discord and requested the indicator, I think tomorrow is the it'll expire, right, automatically from the trading view. I will be opening up some spaces for the actual trade circle inner circle group. The current members that are there now are simply because when I opened up the trade circle, they were subscribers and they were they got the message, they decided to support, and I kept them there. They have access to the indicator lifetime, and I may be opening. Oh no, I will be opening up an offer for anybody else who wants to be part of the inner circle group. It'll be one price, one lifetime access, meaning that you get the indicator lifetime, and then you also get the Wednesday and Sundays bonus sessions. I'm part of the. I work for the Yes or Yes Academy CRT Live community. There's where I have my academy. That's where I kind of do live sessions there. But the private group, right? The private group is the one that it's kind of like my private circle, right? My private circle. There are just two there. But yeah, once that flyer is ready, I'll share it later on today. But let's see what these markets have for us, and we'll take it from there, guys. All right. So yesterday's speculation was pretty good. Okay. Um, Whenever I was looking at the charts, I believe I started to share on Telegram. We were around right here. Okay, we were like around right here. And when I shared the chart, and basically, right, we use this box system for momentum, for to look for structure or to look for an impulse. So in this box right here, right, there currently is not. There is no structure, right? There is no structure, but there is a dominant impulse, right? And the dominant impulse is based on color, right? On color. So it looks for the lowest point and it looks for the highest point, which are those two dots. So because the low to high is are those 2 points, the box will be blue. Okay. So the box is basically telling you, okay, where is the dominant structure? If we look at like this, right? The dominant structure yesterday was there and there. So that's the reason why it turned. Now, again, though, right? There really is no trend. You guys see, there is no trend really inside of it's a big range. So it's a little hard to trade, But again, when does the trend start and when does the trend finish? we don't know, right? I mean, it just you got to pick a side. You got to pick a side and go with it. So when we got to this point right here, around right here, yeah, when this box shifted like that, like, all right, I'm gonna give it a shot. I see this as an impulse. I see this as a correction. Here's a 5 minute flip zone. I fib this. It came back down and touched that flip zone. That would have been the buy low area. Okay, buy low, buy low, buy below 50% of this move right here. Okay. So, and then price does go back up. Okay. And it kind of, I wanted her price to establish itself above the 23%. Right. And it tried. So one of the things that I'm noticing again, and it's not going to work all the time because yesterday it went roller coaster on us, right? I like for a 15-minute candlestick to close above the 23%, right? And we'll color this green just so it can be more visually easy to see. So either we bought low down here, right? And we take it to the extensions. That's how price likes to move in waves. You buy low. So the moment price establishes itself above 20%, more specifically on a 15-minute chart, we get some confirmation, right? That we can go. So as you guys see, look at that. Look at all this right here. It never closed above 23%. Went back down a little bit further and then went back up. And we got two closes, right? We got 1 and 2. Like, okay. And then what did we also get? 3 consecutive bullish candlesticks. So the way I speculate, pretty simple, right? Where is price going? And that'll be based on fib extensions. It's based on a fib extension all the time. It's actually based on the fib every time. I think price is going to move based on the fib. It's going to go here because we're at this extension. We're going to go here because we're at this retracement. But that's how I see the price. Okay, that's how I program myself to see the price. And so if price wants to respect this impulse, it's going to go to the extension up there. And that was like 33.64, I believe I shared. So we finally get a closure above 23%. We got 3 bullish candlesticks. We come back and kind of retest this candle and up it goes, right? Up and goes. And then it kind of comes back and it did like a little break and retest off the 23%, right? And then from there, it finally shut up. You guys see that? So that's the reason why I was looking for longs yesterday, simply because when I had this frame here, we were there. All right, guys. So now moving forward to now, if we were just to use, okay, if we were just to use this box system, see, like yesterday, it just played with us yesterday. Yeah, I think I said in the class we want to buy low, but it actually, yeah, we'll explain it here in a second. But yeah, we just want to use this box system, guys. As of right now, okay, we have bullish structure. Okay, to make it as easy as possible for you guys, right? 5-minute chart, we got bullish structure. What's the strategy? I mean, what's the strategy here, right? You fib this, or what's the markup? You fib this, low to high, right? You put a fib in there. Find the lowest point, you find the highest point. Do you guys see structure, trending structure inside of this box now compared to like the last few days? There is, right? There is much better structure here, right? We have an impulse, we have a correction, we have an impulse, we have a correction, we have an impulse, we have a correction. That's bullish structure, right? That's bullish structure. So if this wants to continue going upwards, regardless of what any of the time frame says, how high could this go? To the extensions. Right there, right? At least that first extension. Right there. what will give us confirmation that buyers are in control? Well, if you look at the box or if you look at the fib, if we can get above and close, there you go, Dan, that 23 percentile, more specifically with the 15-minute candle, we have a shot to take it up. How many pips is it between the 23% and the extensions? About $10 to $12 price change. It's a 37% increase, but we care about pips. It's about 100 pips. Okay. This was potentially the buy low area down here in between the 38 and 50%. If you don't get this entry, we catch the next entry. And just like that, guys, just like that, on one time frame, the 5-minute chart, we at least know, right? We at least know the potential direction where the price can go. Okay. That's if you're bullish based on this. Now, if you're bearish for other reasons, higher time frames, it's all valid. This box system will also help us, can also guide us, right? So if you're more bearish, this 23 percentile will also be your friend, right? If we cannot break this 23%. And again, guys, it's not about being right or wrong on the technical analysis, guys. Okay, because the technical analysis always works and the technical analysis always fails, right? It's about you managing your account, having the emotional discipline to follow your plan, follow your strategy, know when to cut the losses, know when to take profit. Those are the things that are going to make you profitable. Okay, we don't have to be technical masters to make money, right? We just have to know how to pocket money, right? How to pocket money, and not lose as much. But yeah, if we cannot close above this 23%, well, next thing you know, right, it's gonna go to the bottom 23 percentile, which is the 78%. And if you want to take that trade somehow, that is about a $10 move. When price gets here, it is going to get a bullish reaction. Okay, it is going to get a bullish reaction. If it does get a bullish reaction, it's going to go up. But what's going to stop it before it actually goes really up? The 23%. You guys see that? And if price really wants to go down, once it balances out this 23%, because we already been here before, it's much easier to go back lower. So as of right now, okay, I would like for us, obviously, I would like for price to get up here, at least the closure with the 15-minute candle, at least. But if not, this 76% down here is catching my attention. Okay, it is catching my attention. 1 second here. It is catching my attention. All right, but let's see, know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, know when to run. There you go, Dan. Absolutely, my friend. All right, so and then you can find more confirmations. But let's get the bigger picture. Okay, let's look at the bigger picture with gold, the analysis and so forth. I already have it all marked up for us. And basically, I am creating my speculation based on these two candlesticks on the weekly scale. Okay, so I got this marked up as my swing low and swing high. Okay, on the 4-hour chart, there goes that range, there goes the fib, and so forth. We do got some areas of interest down here, but again, momentum is what's going to help us. What's going to help drive this price. Momentum will drive this price. What's catching my attention the most? It is this daily candlestick right here. This one right here. Okay, that is a Monday's candle. Let me go to the the higher time frame candle view. All right, guys. So now you don't really need to see like that. Actually, let me just do start here. These indicators, right? Okay, these two boxes. These two boxes right here represent the 2 weeks that we fibbed, right? The 2 weeks that we fibbed. Come on. Oh, it doesn't want to cooperate. So these two boxes represent the week, the weekly candlesticks, and all in there is a time frame right there. Okay, so there it is. So now I'm gonna go to the 2 day, and the days turn on. Okay, so now each box, gray box represents the week, and in all the little boxes inside, they represent the days. So look at Monday. So all last week, it only moved 64 pips. The previous week, it moved 95, 113, and so forth. So check out Monday. Monday just crushed the entire last week. Crushed it completely. Right? So here goes 73 pips right here. So that's a lot of control, right? That's a lot of control. And so this is Lunes, Monday. This is Tuesday. We actually, if we just look at the lows of each day, that's a low. And then what is this right here? That's a lower low, right? We technically cannot call this a high, or, it's actually a lower high, right? Because um, we need these highs to get up there. I'm just getting too technical there, but yeah. So long story short, this candlestick right here is going to be my control candle, where I am gonna I'm gonna map out the movement of the price. Okay. So Monday is the control candle where I'm gonna map out the movement of price. And you guessed it, right? How am I gonna do that? Well, I'm gonna do that with the fib. Okay. I'm gonna do that with the fib. So there goes Monday's candle. We fib that one high. Actually, I already have it here on the right hand side. High to low. And so. Okay. And what's the game plan, guys? What's the game plan? I already gave you guys the game plan on the 5-minute momentum boxes. What's the game plan now? I got a fib in here. The same game plan. Okay. It's the same game plan. Here's the 23 percentile. If this holds, we go a little higher. If this breaks, we just go back to 50%. If this breaks, we're going to go down and complete the move to the extension. Notice that yesterday's wick made a lower low, based on the previous candle, but it touched the negative 18. On my broker, it actually, if I fib my broker's daily candle, it actually touched the negative 18%. Here it didn't. And that literally is the game plan, guys, right there, based on the candlestick by itself. Okay. So we're either going to go down to the extensions and complete the move down here. This is 2 hours. Okay. Let's put target zone. Or we're simply going to go back up to about this 50, 61% right there. Okay. That's how it works. So to me, this 23 percentile will be the deciding factor. But previous day, 23%. Middle, perfect. Okay. For today. For today. All right, everybody good there so far? Everybody see how we got that markup? Clarísimo. Perfect. Goldie. It depends on momentum, man. It depends. If this 23% does hold, I would say we can go to at least 33.73. Okay. At least 33.73. Here, I don't mind selling from here. And let me tell you guys why. Because this Monday, these candlesticks up here technically already completed its higher high of the day, right? Let me go to a different chart. So see right here, if I fib Tuesday's candle, it technically already completed its higher high. It touched the negative 272 extension, right? So anything more up, it overextends its its elasticity, I guess you could say. Okay. But again, right? 33.75, it definitely is a target. But if we get below this 23%, which is 33.57, I don't think we're going to go back up there. And we just say goodbye to that zone and we trade with momentum, guys. All right, so let's get back to the nitty gritty and then we'll wrap it up, okay? So you guys know where this fib comes from. You guys know where this target comes from. Let me clean up here a little bit more. And let's see how the momentum system aligns with this. Okay. There goes the target zone. There goes this target zone. We'll put it something like that. Just a Monday's candle. There goes the end of fib. All right. So we're focused just right here. So make sure you have a nice tight chart. All right. Perfect. You guys see the arrows of the path. And again, right here goes. Let's focus on this one right here. Okay. What do we say from the daily time frame? I want this 23% to break. I want it to retest. And then I want it to go back down to the extension. Look at the path that the box system is telling us. It'll come down here. It'll touch this line, somewhat retest. Maybe it creates an impulse in this direction. This will be the pullback. This will be the entry. And then this will be the direction. You see that, guys? Now, if it does come very aggressive, and if you want to buy from the 78% area, you sure can. But I would take profit right here, right? Or excuse me, at the 20, yeah, anywhere around there. And let's see if it really wants to establish itself above, and then we can take it higher. But if this area wins, she's going down. Okay, she's going down. So yes, the structure, guys, The bullish structure, and again, though, it's not always to look for buys. It's to measure the direction of the impulse, right? And if you are looking for a buy, well, at least you try to buy low, and your stop loss is down here, minimal stop loss. Or you wait for price to kind of balance out here, pull back, and then sell if you're more bearish. Okay. So we have to let momentum, we have to flow with these charts, guys. We have to flow with these charts. We really do. Not always execute, but flow with them. Okay. Uh, yeah. So I would like for price to come down here. And then from there, I will make my decision if it really wants to go up or not. Okay, but I really do like this. I am favoring kind of this a bit more. Let me check the Asian sessions and we'll wrap it up. Give you guys that look. Ah, there it is, guys. Can't make this up. Maybe come back and test the low of Asia, pull back in there somewhere and take us lower. All right, but those are the zones that I'm waiting for us to complete. I like the 23 percentile of the day more for this scenario. I will put that in green. That's the zone that I like, that I'm favoring. Okay. That to me is going to be the deciding zone for the rest of the day. Okay. For the rest of the day. All right, guys, we'll close it out. We'll look for any more updates on the Discord or Telegram. Thank you guys for being here. For those that are part of the inner circle group, right? We'll have a live session on here in about 10 minutes. Okay. We'll come back and finish up this charts. Let me share this one more time, and then I'll share these charts as well in the telegrams. Thank you guys for being here. We will see you guys this evening at 9 p.m. Central Time. And thank you. Have a great one.